These students from MAST, the Marine Academy of Science and Technology, are working to create an interactive herbarium, a physical and virtual collection of the plant species native to Sandy Hook, one of the few pristine coastal ecosystems left in New Jersey and part of the Gateway National Recreation Area.
When Gateway National Recreation Area was founded in 1972 by an act of Congress, Sandy Hook was included in the national park. It's a little peninsula, sticks out of the side of New Jersey, and as you can see, we have beautiful beaches, wonderful recreation.
Sandy Hook also happens to be where MAST, a 4-year career academy focusing on marine sciences, technology, and engineering, is located.
So we're going to need some of the goldenrod, and I know it's going to be too long to fit exactly in there, so make sure you cut from the stem to fit. And we have some American beach grass here, so make sure you have a very natural ecosystem out here, and the students really do enjoy being on a beach that is not paved over by sand sweepers and buildings and houses all around it. And our endeavor is to hope that they will work hard to preserve it for their generation and the next.
So now we're taking the Saladego, the seaside goldenrod, and we're going to put it in between the special paper that we have that's used to dry out the plant. And we kind of arrange it so that the flowers and the leaves will all be pressed nice and flat. And then we put it in between cardboard, and then later we'll put it in between these 2 pieces of wood, and we're going to press them down so that way the plant stays preserved, and then we can use the leaves, the flower, and the stem for identification later.
An herbarium is a preserved collection of plants, usually used by scientists for identification and out-of-season studying of the plants. But ours is actually hopefully going to be open to the public in the visitor center in Sandy Hook. All the preserved specimens are going to be in boxes called Riker boxes, and then visitors can come and they can pick up the boxes and read all the facts and actually look at the preserved specimen.
The interactive herbarium is being designed and built by the 9 MAST seniors as part of their directed field research class under the guidance of teachers Cheryl McDonald and David Alfonse.
Directed field research combines the best of both worlds. We use the natural environment of Sandy Hook that you see around us, but we also have a technological twist to it. So while we're using the natural environment, we also are heavily infused the technology aspect as well.
Technology being used to create the herbarium includes an iPad specially fitted for field research and GPS devices that record the locations where plant samples are taken from. Both were purchased with funds from a grant awarded by the Frederick L. Hip Foundation for Excellence in Education.
The money has made the difference in this project for sure, especially in the electronic components that we've been able to purchase with that money.
The group is working closely with the National Park Service, including Mark Christiano, a geographic information systems specialist who mentors the project's GPS team.
They wanted to improve their herbarium and make it more interactive with the public, and they wanted to get out there on the web and show where they were collecting specimens. So I've been working with them to purchase the right technology to get their information out on the web.
Right now we're taking the point on the GPS units that we have and we're entering it as Saladego because that's the scientific name. So when it comes up on the computer, it should be that name. And a new technique that we've learned from our mentor, Mr. Christiano of the National Park Service, we take the average of the points. So we press average, it's a button on the GPS, and it takes about 30 points.
This averaging technique produces a more accurate location reading that the students can then transfer into the project's website, sandyhookherbarium.org. The site, built by the students, is a virtual version of the physical herbarium with photographs and detailed information for every sample in the collection.
The end goal is for people that are coming to Sandy Hook, they'll go on the website and see a map. They'll choose what part of Sandy Hook they want to travel to, and by looking on the map, the interactive map on our website, they'll be able to see the types of plants they'll be able to see while they're there.
We just uploaded a file of a picture that the GPS people took today of the location we went to where the beach plum was harvested. And then we're just going to take that JPEG and update it with the beach plum location.
The students also came up with the idea to use QR code technology to enable quick access to the website using camera-equipped mobile devices. The codes are currently placed on the back of each Riker box, but the students also hope to eventually tag plants in the wild.
I think it'll be interesting to see what they'll take out of it, and especially for out in the fields and stuff, being able to be interactive with it using the QR codes and stuff. I think especially for hikers and wildlife lovers, it'll be a fun and interesting time for them.
The Herbarium project also includes an art component.
I'm sketching Solidago right now, and I'm doing this in order to gain a scientific representation of the plant. And later on, what we'll do with these is we'll display them in the interactive herbarium, and it just adds interest to the whole presentation.
We have two parts of our art department, and we're going to be sketching and painting, and our sketching is more for scientific purposes, and our painting is trying to include the species in the environment and kind of show them in like a landscape.
The seniors at MAST have made significant progress on the herbarium, but it's an ongoing project that will engage other students for years to come.
Basically, we can go as far and anticipate going as far as 5 years on it, and you can see just by looking around how many plants there are and the different seasons that they are flowering, so it will take us quite a while to collect up everything.
Most of our students love the work they're doing. I mean, how could you not love this? And working with electronics and working with new technology. People in that age group absolutely feed off of that. It really has been a great experience.